As the dawn greets the 1991 Gulfstream Park racing season, the sun anoints each thoroughbred with a glow of equality. Past triumphs or failures are largely forgotten, and each combatant must prove himself anew. This never-ending struggle is the way of life in horse racing. It is the challenge of the thoroughbred.
Tallier's Thoroughbred Racing Review, for the best of horse racing history on YouTube.
Just how difficult the road to Kentucky is was shown by Gulfstream's major events for 3-year-olds. The Hutcheson Stakes had 2-year-old champion Fly So Free and undefeated To Freedom competing.
Ladies and gentlemen, here is the field in today's Hutcheson Stakes. Number 1 is Irving M. Cohen and Gene Stevens Woodsy, trained by Bill Johnson and Craig Brett in the iron. Number 2 from the Mountain Stables is Last Frontier, trained by Manny Estevez and rigged by Jose Alvarez. Number 3, Northern France, owned by James Lewis, trained by Manny Tortora. And Pedro Rodriguez will be in the iron. Number 4, Muttering Around, owned by Stanley Granite, trained by Harold J. Rhodes and Paul Roberts will ride. Number 5 is Richmond, owned by William F. Lucas, trained by Vilmont and the rider Pat Day. Number 6, Hubert Heinlein, To Freedom, trained by John Samaro and Chris Antley in the iron. Number 7 is Sunny and Pleasant, owned by the Delaney's and Lori Gleason, trained by Eddie Gleason Jr. and Jerry Bailey aboard. Number 8, Fly So Free, owned by Thomas Valando, trained by Scotty Schulhofer and Jose Santos. Number 9 is Jay Sednick, Leroy's Regal Son, trained by Matty Espora, the rider Alex Mattia, and rounding out the field, Raymond Racing Stables, Moment of Truth, trained by Louis Casada and Jacinto Vasquez from field.
They're off in the Hutcheson Stakes. Leroy's Regal Son and Moment of Truth on the outside move up half the lead. Between horses, To Freedom going right to the front. Woodsy into the rail now, hustling through. As they come out onto the main track, it's Woodsy digging for the lead on the rail. Last Frontier is right alongside second. Richmond up with the leaders is third with To Freedom on the outside. These 4 across the track. There's a gap of 2.5 lengths. Tight in on the rail. Sunny and Pleasant moves up 5th. Fly So Free is between horses 6th. On the far outside, Moment of Truth 7th. They went the quarter in 22 as they move midway on the turn. Between horses, Last Frontier putting ahead in front. Woodsy right there on the rail. Out of the center of the track, To Freedom. These 3 are heads apart as they come toward the top of the stretch. As they turn for home, Chris Antley urging To Freedom on, surging to the front, takes the lead, draws off by a length. Last Frontier is alongside second. Storming in the center of the track, Sunny and Pleasant with a late run. Through the stretch, it's To Freedom holding on, and here comes the favorite, Fly So Free, charging through into the rail. It's Fly So Free, surging to the front. Fly So Free, 3 points of a length. To Freedom second, Sunny and Pleasant third.
Number 6, To Freedom was second. Number 7, Sunny and Pleasant third. This result is not official.
With winning jockey Jose Santos. Quite a run at the end there, huh?
Well, I thought that this horse gonna be a little late in the end, you know, because he have a couple work, and I thought he don't want to be ready for this race. But when he switched the lead before the April, he take it off and he got the lead for the inside. Very impressive. I think this horse, if everything going good and it stays sound, we're gonna have a lot of fun with him. I mean, I'm real happy with the way he run because he showed me a lot. I think farther he gone, it's much better for him.
Well, there was plenty of speed, in which they slowed the first corner down a lot slower, but then they picked it up, and that's when It went from 22 to 44 and 2. It was pretty good picking up, and he looked like he was getting shuffled back pretty good and didn't have much place to go, and I lost him at the head of the stretch, and when I found him, I saw him coming between horses at the 8th pole, and it looked like everything was pretty good then.
Fountain of Youth next.
Oh yes, yeah, Fountain of Youth and then the Florida Derby.
On an unusually cloudy day, one thing became perfectly clear, and that is class shows. And the class is in Scotty Schulhofer's barn and Fly So Free. Gary, we have a real contender here. I think we might have the Kentucky Derby winner. Back to you.
The impressive win would establish Fly So Free as the early Kentucky Derby favorite, but it wouldn't prevent a host of challengers from trying to take the Triple Crown.
For the best in historic horse racing action is Thoroughbred Racing Review. Subscribe on YouTube and read the rest of the story on Facebook. Subscribe now.